Win Family Health is a faith-based child and family mental health network servicing youth and families with emotional, behavioral, and mental challenges. Our mission is to promote holistic, strength-based, and faith-based principles within the human service community. Our goal is to therapeutically support and strengthen youth, families, organizations, and communities through the creation of innovative services, products, and initiatives. Since 1992, WIN has helped thousands of Maryland youth, adults, and their families through its continuum of community-based treatment services and its holistic, strength-based philosophy of care. WIN recognizes the ever-changing needs of communities and continually seeks to meet those needs. In addition to its child placement services and training, WIN offers a therapeutic wellness center.
Hi, I'm Al Laws, CEO and founder of Win Family Health. More than 20 years ago, I learned through a very personal experience the power of change. While traveling through Baltimore City late one night, I saw a group of young people playing at 12 o'clock midnight when they should have been safe in their beds preparing for school. I thought to myself as I drove by, someone should really do something to ensure that these kids are safe and supported. As I continued to drive by, I distinctly heard God ask me, what are you going to do about it? From that moment on, I have worked to affect change in the lives of youth and families. I believe with every ounce of my being that the practice of strength-based family services will change our communities. WIN empowers at-risk youth, strengthens families, and ultimately improves the lives of vulnerable Maryland communities.
We are a spiritually based organization with a true family atmosphere. We strive to exemplify our core principles of godliness, relationship, accountability, customer service, and excellence. Our philosophy of care is a strength-based approach that empowers and affirms individuals at every phase of rehabilitation. By supporting youth and adults with identifying and utilizing their inherent strengths, skills, and talents, we help prepare them for a healthy recovery and sustained rehabilitation. WIN staff holistically supports individuals with confronting personal challenges in a positive, proactive manner. A unique aspect of our approach to service delivery is our commitment to the family strengthening practice model, an evidence-informed treatment model that supports the holistic, spirit, emotional, and physical development of youth, adults, and families. Our philosophy of authentic engagement derives from the golden rule to treat others as you want to be treated. Consumers can recognize and perceive your intentions and know when services are offered as a mere programmatic dynamic as opposed to an authentic environment that is concerned about them overall as an individual and is willing to address all factors that affect their lives.
I want to talk to you today about our family strengthening practice model. Our family strengthening practice model is a holistic, strength-based, and family-focused model. When we talk about holistic, we talk about the whole person. We talk about treating people and dealing with people with both their mind, their body, and their spiritual needs. A lot of times when people are dealing with individuals, they a lot of times leave out all the components that make up the holistic person. When we talk about strength-based, we talk about focusing on what is strong about people, what are the things that are valuable about people, as opposed to their deficits, as opposed to the things that we think are wrong with them. And we use focusing on their strengths, on their value, as a methodology, as a way of helping them work on their challenges, work on the things that they need support services for. And then when we talk about family focus, it means that we are not child-centered. The model has a focus on being family-centered, where we look at the whole family as the element for healing everyone in the family, including the child. The history of the family strengthening model is that it really comes and bursts from the community. I always say that our family strengthening practice model is the only model that is really derived from the community itself. And what that means is that the skills that were determined from people who actually worked in the community and work with families. And so therefore the skills are very intuitive. They're very easy to replicate, and they feel very natural when people use those skills.
So this model puts the motion into the concept of strengthening. And it does so using concrete skills that the entire team can understand.
So we have codified the skills and put them into a set of skill sets that are very easy to replicate, very natural for people to use as they are in their communication process. We use skills like showing understanding, which helps us understand where the individual is coming from. Another skill we use is joining, which is a way of finding agreement with people before you try to look at whatever you disagree with or whatever you might not agree with in the conversation or in the exchange and the dialogue. So these skills help us in a very simplistic way become experts at exchange and communication, and we teach this to our staff, to our families, and it is a very powerful method. Meaning that we recognize that people come with their own set of spiritual beliefs. And so we see that as a very important part of what we do. That's why we call ourselves faith-based. Faith-based meaning that we recognize and see faith as an important part, an important element in people's lives. And so we decide not to ignore it, but to incorporate it as part of the treatment continuum, part of the helping process that we do with children, families across the country. We have an answer for what many of the stakeholders, many of the state agencies, many of the agencies on a federal level, we have an answer for what they're trying to do. These services have to be moved further into the community. So what Family Strengthening does with this very family-focused, community-based approach, it allows us to help the family in that setting. And it helps us equip the family with the skills that they need to be successful after we're out of the picture.
What you want is this operational concept of strengthening in your agency. And this model supports it. And it's something that you understand. You can almost see it now, that this is what you want in terms of strengthening.
It is a model that works seamless with any milieu of service that's provided. So Family Strengthening is applicable to be used in residential treatment centers, in group homes, in treatment foster care, and in-home support services. Family Strengthening can be utilized to train local social service workers, even be used to train administrators to be able to both communicate with their colleagues in a more effective way. But then as we talk about those who are providing direct services, they learn very clear skills about how to interact and how to help children and families move in their treatment and their healing process.
This is a model that brings together an agency in such a way that teamwork is not just a concept, that you can work in a team if the communication is similar and common. So you need to know this, so you know that what you want, you can get from this process.
WIN-Team is a community mental health service provider that specializes in therapeutic treatment services to at-risk, emotionally and behaviorally challenged youth, adults, and their families. We have been serving the community for over 25 years. We're currently located in Baltimore, Prince George's County. Our services include therapeutic foster care, psychiatric rehabilitation, outpatient mental health.
Our team is composed of a network of experienced counselors, clinicians, foster parents, and trainers committed to promoting the holistic development of youth and adults. We serve individuals who are at risk of being institutionalized, incarcerated, homeless, have a history of drug and substance abuse, have serious emotional, behavior, or psychiatric conditions, learning disabilities, and are developmentally delayed. Since 1992, we have provided effective family services to the community. Our intensive 24-hour availability and support produce positive outcomes for those we serve and those who have struggled to be stable in the community.
The reason why I came as a foster parent is because I always wanted a son. I have a daughter, but I always wanted a son, and I wanted to help these young brothers out here. So that's why I came to be a foster parent. I like to make them, grow them into young men so they can live a successful life. This January will be 13 years I've been a foster parent with WIN. The most fun is, like I say, teaching these young men to be men, showing them the quality of life and giving them guidance and love. A male can give love too, and just working with them to make them a better person and be a man in life. What I encourage the new parents, before you come in, and make sure that you're gonna be a good parent. Show these kids some love. Don't just be in for the money. Yes, the money is good, but show them love and be there for them. And it's gonna be trials and tribulations being a foster parent, like any other kid out here. But you just gotta show love and just be with them and talk to them. That's the main thing. Get a good communication with that kid, and then you can grow with that kid.
I've been with WIN since August of 2017. What I value most about what I do is that I work with so many families and children and adults that are struggling with mental illness, and it really means a lot to me to be a part of their kind of recovery and rehabilitation to helping themselves. Working at WIN has impacted my life in so many different ways. One of the most important ways to me is that I've become closer to God. I've definitely had kind of a 180 in my relationship with God, and I'm embracing it in the way that it's transformed my life and my way of thinking and the way everything happens to me. It's just really changed who I am. So my own values align with WIN's core values in the way that I definitely have a passion for people, helping individuals and helping them help themselves. If anybody came in and wanting to join WIN's team, I would tell them that they were going to gain a family. We're not just co-workers. We support each other in a way that I've never experienced in any other workplace or organization. Having these people and all aligned in the same kind of goal and achieving something for our community, it's something very powerful.
My experience at WIN, I had an array of experiences. They all kind of centered around my personal development as well as my professional development. WIN introduced me to the work world, told me what it was to kind of be a stoic gentleman in the community. WIN was there when I had adversities too as well. WIN has helped me with my goals tremendously. WIN has definitely helped me towards my educational goals, preparing me for college as well as the work world, getting me to be more of a studious person, crunching in the books, putting in the time, the work ethic, to make me a legendary work ethic person. So WIN has helped me personally and professionally. Anyone who wants to come with WIN should do 4 things. They should eliminate distractions. They should fear nothing when it comes to WIN. They should create their own energy and attack all opportunities that WIN has to offer.